I'm Summer McBride, and this is my husband, London McBride. We've
Right.
been married for 12 years, and we have 4 boys and 1 more on the way. When we first started in our relationship, I was probably in the best health, or the best physical health that I have been in a long time. I used to work out regularly. Right before I met him, I was going to the gym like every day, and I think I was at my strongest physical level at that point. And once we started dating, though, like with couples that are in love and very happy, I started to spend less time at the gym and more time with him. And I didn't completely neglect my health. It was still important to me. But being 22, I didn't have to go to the gym that often. Even if I just kind of watched what I ate, I still maintained my weight. So, a year into our relationship, I was still good. It wasn't until probably maybe 2 or 3 years into our marriage that I started to see the weight gain from just working and being married and just enjoying the time with him and not going to the gym, hanging out at home, living like college roommates, ordering pizza all the time.
And ice cream.
Yeah, and ice
cookies.
cream and cookies, thanks to him. I started to gain weight within the first 2 or 3 years of marriage. For me, that's what it was like.
For me, I had just got finished playing football, so I think I was probably in the best shape of my life. I had finished playing. I had worked out with the Seahawks and didn't get picked up, but it was still fun working out with them. So I was still practicing and getting ready to go, and I ended up playing for a professional spring league team out here in LA. So, I stayed in shape. That was my job, to stay in shape. But then when we met, I still had those same habits and routines of working out, but just like Summer said, we just started hanging out so much. I would every once in a while I'd get out there and get to work out, and then I was teaching at first, so I was a PE teacher, so I was running around with the kids at the school I taught at. So that was still my form of exercise, but just like Summer said, we got to hang out and got comfortable and just living life, enjoying being with each other. The weight started to come back, and I was done playing football then. So, yeah, it was pretty wild. But I don't know, we just enjoyed each other's company. But we still, whenever we could, we would get out there and we would try to make healthy choices or walk. We'll have a plan, and
We tried to play tennis once.
yeah, we tried to play tennis. But I hit every ball over the gate, so
It didn't work out
all
so
bad,
well.
all bad. We started talking about being healthy and just doing better. I think it came at a time we realized more and more that we wanted to be around for each other forever, and especially for our children. So I don't think it came from a negative point of view, like me looking at her was like, you look bad, or her looking at me saying you look bad. It was more like, wow, where did we let ourselves go? Like, when did this happen? And we laughed about it and just realized that, okay, it's time to change some stuff. We love each other. We want to be together forever. We love our kid. So it's just like, it's time to make a change. And then we ended up, on that path.
Because we became pregnant at that time, we knew, like you said, we didn't want to just make ourselves healthier for us. We wanted to be healthier now that we had this new life coming in. We didn't want our children to have to unlearn bad habits that we're trying to unlearn. So we started looking at what we were eating at home and started to buy fresh fruit and vegetables and prepare more foods in our own kitchen instead of going out and buying fast food.
For me, the most part, I was kind of turned off to a lot of vegetables. We laugh about this, but when I was a kid, I was like, my mom used to kill vegetables. And I was just
Cook them to death.
I don't want those at all. So when Summer started cooking, and the way she made her vegetables, it was so easy to eat, and I was just like, and they were good. So it was. I think the change, it didn't come with resistance because we wanted it. We wanted to be healthy. We wanted to do better. So we were just like, okay, by any means necessary. If it means cutting out the fries or cutting out the trips to fast food, then let's make it happen.
My feelings, we've known each other long enough, and we're in tune with each other enough to know what buttons we don't want to push. You know, he never tells me that he's noticed I've gained some weight. I think he knows that I know if I gain weight, and I know if he notices that, you know, if he tells me that he feels a certain way, that he wants to get back into the gym, then I'll offer a suggestion, or I'll print out the schedule of classes and say, you know, these are the classes that they're offering. Maybe you can go before work, or maybe you can go after work. He joined a workout group at the station, and I know that he's proactive as far as his own health is concerned. So it's not like I have to babysit him and watch over everything he does. I just try to support what he's doing and listen to what he says, and I take his goals as my goal to help him. I don't try to drive his goals or create goals for him. I know he wants to be healthy, so I don't have to remind him, hey, that's not going to make you healthy, or that's going to make you gain weight. I just wait for him to let me know what he wants to do, and then I try to support him in that way.
And it works the same way with me. Supporting Summer the same way. I think the cool thing about it, she knows me so well. We know each other so well. Like even the workout group that we have at work, it's cool. I mean, I understand it. It's fun at times, but she could tell that it really wasn't me. I really didn't feel like doing that. So I remember when I came home from working out, and she was just like, "Did you have fun?" And I was like, "Yeah, it was cool." And she was like, "Yeah." She's like, "How about we do this? How about after we take the boys to school, we get up and we go for a walk?" And I was like, "All right, let's do it." And that was it. And so we got up, take the boys to school, and that's been our routine. We get up and we go for a walk. There's no pressure. We're not trying to run marathons. We're not trying to compete with each other. We just want to be healthy.
London inspires me to stay healthy because it's not really in the things he does, but it's in the things he says to me. He's constantly complimenting me. He's constantly reminding me that he thinks I'm beautiful, or that if even if I don't feel like I've lost weight, he'll notice something and he'll say, "You look like you're losing weight." He never tells me I look like I'm gaining weight, or even while I'm pregnant, he doesn't say, "Oh, your belly's getting bigger." He constantly tells me that he loves me and that I look great, or he'll notice if I change my hair. It's the opposite of what you would expect from a lot of men. A lot of women complain that their man doesn't notice things or doesn't compliment them without being solicited, but he does, and it does a lot for me because it makes me feel confident. It makes me feel like, he's happy with me no matter what. So because of that, I want to be the best that I can for him. I don't want to, be the person that I was when we got married and young and fit, and then as we get older, just let it all go. I want to be that person that I was when he married me for as long as I possibly can. And I know we're both going to age and, things will change, but I want to just do my best to constantly be that person that he can be proud of, because he lets me know all the time that he is proud of me. And then we look at each other, and he's my motivation. I want to live forever so I can be married to him. It's fun.
Same here.
We have a good life, and I don't want to sacrifice that because I just insist on having another cheeseburger, because I'm not a vegetarian anymore. When we got pregnant with our first son, I guess being pregnant with a McBride, you're going to become a carnivore. So I started eating meat when I got pregnant with our first son, and now, I do eat meat, but even then, it's sometimes we'll have vegetables and brown rice or quinoa or something, and meat is kind of like the side. We don't have it as the focal point of every meal, or even we'll just have a vegetarian meal, and he'll eat it and our boys will eat it.
It's good. And at first, the first time she did that, I come in and she's already prepared dinner, and she's like, I'm looking around like, where's the meat? And she's like, no, this is a veggie meal, and you'll love it. And I'm like, I start eating, I'm like, this is great. But it comes back to the fact that I trust her, and I know everything she's doing is for a reason. And so I think that's that's so cool. And our boys know it too. And even if, like Summer said, we don't want to be hypocrites, our boys catch us. Like if we're having too many treats and they think we are, the little one will get us, and he say, "Hey, you're not supposed to have all that sugar." And and we look at him like, "You're right. Thanks for keeping us in check." So, I mean, we have a blast, but everybody, in our family knows that everything we do is not to hurt each other. It's only to help each other, because we want to be around for each other forever.